Bigfoot with a fan. And that's what we did. We went out together, and it's like 12 investigations later. He won't leave. Do you know how to get rid of him?
So,
what the hell's going on here? I left you alone for 1 second.
podcast here, sir.
Yeah, I left you alone for 1 second. You take the show over, goddammit. Saying, the best I can think of is tweakers are out in the woods making tree structures. That's what you meant.
You know, it damn sure wasn't a bunch of Boy Scouts. I told you that.
Suddenly go blowing that way.
Right.
You guys will know.
Well, red alert. The producer's here. Bobby Lee.
These millionaires don't know what Prime is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are these lowly people drinking?
You know, something like Dog Man, right? And I have no dog in the fight, so to speak.
Yo, what's happening, everybody? I see. Oh, wow. See, I am in. I got to look down at the screen. I got the camera too high. I'm in my new studio. It's not really complete. It's just cleared out. I haven't had paint on the walls. I haven't had all the different things I want to do on the walls. So, of course, I'm late for my live kind of update. If you're here, say hello. I try saying hello if you're on my real Facebook, by the way. I've been seeing that. They've been popping up. You know what I mean? So me and Wojo just wanted to give you a little update on what transpired, let's say. Transpired. ROAD. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna ADD's kicking in. So if you're here, say hello. Country Boy was first, just so everybody knows. He likes to let everybody know that. So I figured I would announce it, even though he's not here anymore. So let me bring my co-host Wojo up so we can talk about the Charmant Fair Farm and what took place. An amazing event that we made extra amazing. So here we go. Where are we at? Oh, there he is. Hi, Wojo. I don't think anybody's watching, but hey, say hello.
What's up, everybody? Boom! What's going down today?
What's happening, man? I tell you what, bro. We had a kick-ass time. Oh, there we are. I just saw us on regular Facebook. I'm trying to see if anybody's on there because the comments have been coming up. If you noticed the last time we did this, we'll just hang out for a few minutes and see if anybody pops in and says hello. If not, they can watch the recording. It's their loss, your loss. Oh well. But I gotta get used to. I got my camera up higher than I used to have it. Usually it was like straight across. But in order to get this new setup in a hurry, like it's up here, so I have to be like up here to see me on camera. Otherwise, I'm just looking down all the time. And my mouse is broken, by the way, probably from all the rain and condensation that we went through over the weekend. It was like the one fair that we had was rain, right? And sure.
Yeah, enough. I mean, hey, listen, we battled through it. We had some downpours, but you know, we battled through it and got a little wet behind the ears. But wait, we're still floating, and we're doing good.
Well, I gotta say, right? I think the rain really was special because it gave us as presenters more time. There were waves and waves of people that came through. But we had downtime to be able to like bond with the Vogels, to hang out with Mike Trainer. To Alex Petikoff came over and hung out with us a bunch. Crystal Panek, Mike Tinsley and the New Hampshire Bigfoot Society, Adam and Zach from Penford Media. It gave a lot of time for that. And then Sunday morning, I was like, screw it, I want a podcast. You know what I mean? I just had that. I was craving it. You know what I mean? So it allowed for that. And we got to meet dudes like Swanee, right? High energy, 60-something-year-old guy. Looks like he's like maybe 49.
Oh, yeah.
Like full of tons of energy. If you guys missed that podcast for Sunday morning, man, you got to go back and look at that. That dude's a riot.
That was like real raw podcasting right there. I mean, he brought it.
He did bring it. You know what? Hang on 1 second. I'm going to try to adjust something because I'm in my new studio. So you're going to run the show for a second. You ready? Everybody, welcome Wojo to the stage. He's now banter with Wojo. Wojo B.
Wojo B.
Wojo B's in the house. Nobody's even watching us. We're just idiots.
No one's watching. We're just gonna sit here and just look at some guy with a big fat head just yapping away.
They're probably so sick of us after this weekend. I was
Oh.
all over the street. I had like 10 things streaming on Get Haunted.
Yeah.
I'm not here. I did it to myself so you'd feel better. I'm not I'm not airing on Get Haunted right now, but I'm going to tell you right now, make sure you get over to the Get Haunted network. They were absolutely epic for us this weekend and very kind to let me just come and go as I please on the platform. So it was pretty awesome. They're getting used to the way I do shit, which is who knows. Right? I'll be right back. Hang on. Wojo's going to share a story.
Well, I don't know what story Wojo's going to share, but I will still describe what we went through. We did have some rain. But you know what? It didn't stop us from doing our thing and meeting a lot of absolutely wonderful people up in New Hampshire. We've had our audience that came out. Henry, Barbara Bertram, and of course, our number one brother, Andrew. Andrew Sr. showed up, and he stayed overnight with us, and he was also very helpful, helping us pack up and trying to get out of the rain. And what else we had going on? And also a big shout out to some of the vendors. Obviously, we had the Vogel brothers, Mike Trainer, Steve Barnard from Lovely Essence. This gentleman here I spoke to for a while, and what he does is he had candles and essences and things like that, and percentage of the proceeds go to the Warrior Foundation. And I think it's very admirable. His wife was in the Army, and God bless her for what she does for our country. And for all you folks who are veterans out there, thank you very much. And I think it's very admirable what he's doing, him and his wife. And it was great chat with him for the past few days. And I consider him as one of our brothers. And then the food truck, the bacon was just incredible. Definitely had plenty of that. Richie did a wonderful job of doing a lot of the emceeing during the past several days. So kudos to Rich for taking over the farm. Oh yeah, and they really enjoyed his enthusiasm and strange, odd behaviors.
Well, did I tell you actually the owner asked me possibly to do something with the fair? There's a fair up there. Oh, maybe I forget the name of the fair, but he's like, yeah, I'm on the board, and so-and-so's like a president that works there of the board, and it usually costs this much for a table, but I'm sure I can get that waived for you if you like, you work, kind of go there and do stuff for us. You know what I mean? So I think it was his way of like saying, pay you, not pay you type of thing.
Right.
But it's like $350 for a table when you're there in that fair. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine with me. I'd love to go up there and raise some hell at the fair. You know what I mean? Oh my God, you know how much chaos I could cause? Right? Imagine me loose at a fair with a microphone. Woo! So the owner came over to me and says, there's a lady, Linda, there. Linda Nelson, amazing singer, right? And I got to pull up her stuff, and I'll start throwing some of her stuff out there so everybody can hear it. And originally he had her kind of slated to kind of run things for him. He knows her really well. They have a good rapport. And he come over, he seek me out. He comes over, he says, I want you to meet me over at, the stage with Linda. I got to talk to you. I said, yeah, no problem, John. Really good guy. Gave me a tour of the place on Friday when no one was around. Had my whole family come in for free and just roam around the farm, and throws me in one of those little Razor John Deere tractor things and takes off with me. I'm waving bye to my family. I'm like, if I don't come back, send help, and gave me a tour of, like, this Bigfoot area that he had where Bigfoot was going to be hiding in the woods for the kids to see and everything. And he's like, "Hey, Linda, I have an idea." Now, he didn't ask me. He's talking to Linda. I'm standing next to him. And he's like, "Yeah, I have an idea. Richie's got a lot of energy," is what he says. That's how he started it, right? I'm like, "Oh, here we go." He's like, "So I was thinking maybe with the Bigfoot calling contest and stuff, he could kind of MC that, and then when he has story time, he could pick out, because he knows all the presenters, he could have them come up and tell a story." And I'm like, "I got my own stuff to do, bro. I'm not here kind of working for the farm." But I'm glad I did. I jumped in, and I was very much in my element. The Bigfoot calling contest was geared towards children, at least to start. Then we had the other child. Yeah, that guy. That child there enter it, which if you missed Wojo's Bigfoot call, then
It was badass.
then you're dumb. No, I'm just kidding. you need to get over there and check that shit out. I hope somebody watches this on recording, to be honest with you. All right, here we go. Let me put up my little ticker. There we go. Cool. See how I do? Pretty good, right? And then so I just kind of took it over. I got to hang out with the kids and things like that, and it was just so much fun. I just felt in my element, and my family was there for the first day watching, and they got to see me kind of do my thing. And it was amazing. As I looked around, I realized that all the presenters that were there were on my show at one time. And I realized how fortunate I was in this 6-month time frame to have such amazing people in this research field, serious Bigfoot, researchers, boots on the ground.
Geez, Rich, who was out there that was on your show?
Oh, would you like to hear?
Yeah.
Mike Trainer was there, right? Mike Trainer's been on my show multiple times. The Vogels have been on my show. Eric and Tim. Now, mind you, we know a lot. I met Tim. I was the only one I probably met personally, and it was briefly when I was in when I met Alex the first time in Leominster. So the Vogels were there. There's people we got to meet. Mike Trainer, obviously we know. I just don't even count him because he's like a friend of mine now. You know what I mean? But the Vogels, I never really met. Crystal Panic, I never met. She was on my show. Alex Petikoff was there all weekend, Saturday and Sunday. What a dude, man. He walked over and just started shooting shit with Wojo just randomly, and showed us a lot of respect and kind of put us up on that platform with them, in a sense. You know what I mean? We were one of them. And the beauty about it, Big Andy shows up. It was just a hug, like we've known him forever. It wasn't even like, "Nice to meet you finally." It wasn't even like that. I was like, "Come here, bro, give me a hug," wearing his Banter with Richie B USA shirt, the American flag one with the big muscular Bigfoot on it and shit, showed up representing, right? Now
you just ruined Danny right there. It was awesome.
Yeah, 100, right. And then now he was supposed to just hang out for a little while because he worked the night shift. He was still awake from the night before. So I was like, "Well, get your ass up here." It shuts down at 4, He gets up there. Next we know, we're all going out for dinner. We're hanging out by a fire. We're looking for Bigfoot. It was like a whole event for him. That dude was just roaming around. He was one of us. He worked. Hey, listen, he worked his butt off. He was jumping in, helping out, wrapping up. Just an absolute class act, dude. Definitely. I knew he was one of us.
Dry.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was just unbelievable. And then what was I gonna say? And I still think he bought a shirt, and I don't remember how that even happened. I would have just given him one. You know what I mean? So I guess I technically owe him a shirt. I'll get him one of the purple ones like yours. You know what I mean? For helping out.
He's definitely one of my crew now.
Oh, 100%. He wants to get in with the new group that we have. We had a nice meeting with everybody, and we got commitments from like the Vogels and Trainer about being part of the boots on the ground Bigfoot investigations crew. Where we're going to meet up. We're going to have like monthly meetings. We're going to set up expeditions. We're going to go out together, stuff like that. Yeah.
Rich, a big shout out also.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting it.
What's that?
No, I'm sure we would get to it, but go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say it's a big popper. Dave McCullough was there.
Dave McCullough was there. Exactly. And he was
awesome.
He was in rare rare form. Dave's usually kind of a quiet dude, and he was over there yucking it up, laughing, and he just
But that's because he met me and I helped him out. Like he goes,
Oh,
"You
yeah.
don't have to do that." I mean, it's like he's like looking at me like total stranger. I'm sitting there helping him out. I go, "Hey, we're all brothers and sisters out here," and he's just like, "Wow, that's just cool."
Yeah,
Hey, there he is.
Speak of the devil, what's up, my man? I owe you a T-shirt, by the way, because I think you bought one, Andy, and you really shouldn't have. You were working your ass off, and did you buy one or did I give you one? I don't know.
He stole.
If I didn't, I stink. Yeah. Kelly Porter is over there from the New Hampshire Bigfoot Society on the Facebook. So his comment did not come up in StreamYard the other day. The big Facebook foot. The Facebook comments were coming up on the side over here. But what's up, Kelly? How you doing, my brother?
Miguel.
Nice to meet him him and hang out with Mike. I got interviewed with Penford Media, called me over to interview me while I was getting screamed at about MCing and all that stuff. It was funny as shit. Yeah, it says he bought one. Yeah, he shouldn't have bought one. Wojo, I don't know why you took his money. What a scumbag.
I need the money. There was those cheesy fries with the bacon. That was the kicker.
Man, that was the kicker. And yeah, we got set up with that. The beautiful part was all the presenters like were helping each other, helping the vendors, taking down their tents, helping them wrap up. The rain was coming, everybody was running for cover. But everybody just stayed and jumped in and helped each other out. And to be honest with you, we wrapped up at 2, and I don't think we pulled out of there till damn near 3 because we just all hung out talking, and it was awesome talking with the Vogels and just laughing our ass off. And one shout I want to give out, I was hoping he was here, but he's staying over his brother and sister's house in Bridgewater. Is my son Maddox.
I was about to bring him up. Yep.
Yeah,
Maddox was awesome.
Yeah, Max was unbelievable. Kelly Porter says those things were killer good. The fries with the bacon.
Oh yeah.
and other people got them with like fucking curds of cheese or something in them. I was like, get that shit away from me. They're like, oh no, you got to try this. I ain't trying that. Get out of here. Curds of cheese. What the hell's wrong with you people? Weird ass New Hampshire folk.
I like to have some curds and cheese.
Did you have curds?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Why would I want to ruin 3 of the best things on the planet with bacon, cheese, and fries and throw fucking curds of warped ass looking weird, whatever the hell it was, chunks of shit in it? Sorry if you like them, but that's just where I'm at. You know what I mean? You did and gave it to Max. What do you mean?
No, I bought it. I bought one for Max. I got me and him split one, and that thing didn't have a shot.
Oh, I was wondering what he said. Yeah, you had. I think that's what he's talking about is the fries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was absolutely epic. My son Maddox was an absolute rock star. He worked his butt off. He didn't complain about nothing. He was in his glory, and sitting back as a father was sitting by the fire, and it's just kind of looking at the whole day. And then I came to my son, and I was just like, man, this kid's gonna remember this for the rest of his freaking life. He's gonna tell his friends when he's 20 years old what he did. Hey, my dad this, and my dad that, and all his friends this, and then he's gonna tell everybody. What's he gonna tell everybody the most about Wojo, you think?
That he hung around with the Wojo the whole time. Oh no, that's not it.
That's gonna slip his
mind. I can see your face getting ready. Stop it, Wojo. No, he went squatching with all of us, with all the legends. It was all 9 or 10 of us that went out in the woods. That was a thrill, and he did his whoops for the first time. And the kid is one hell of a whooper.
Yeah.
He could bring it.
And kudos to Eric Vogel, because Eric Vogel said, hey, it's something about women and children, they say with these things. And he said to Maddox, he says, do a whoop. And at first, Max was shy and wasn't going to do it. And then he basically wouldn't stop doing it once he did it. And the crazy thing, let's talk a little bit about what happened in the woods. All right. So we get everybody together. I might have snuck a few people in. I don't know, whatever. Maybe I did. But we got the crew together. We're sitting, we went out to eat. We grabbed a bite to eat. Well, that was funny. We grabbed a bite to eat, and a random stop sign showed up. I had opened my sunroof. I slammed on the brakes because Wojo's like, Rich, stop sign. And not only was there a random stop sign, some drunk street painter dude dragged the yellow line around the corner that wasn't supposed to be there. So I'm just looking at the yellow line, right? I'm driving. And I get Wojciech go stop sign. So I jam on the stop sign. Water from my
Roof.
roof.
Sunroof.
And Andy had just so happened to drop something and unbuckled to get it and came flying almost into the front seat with me from the back of my minivan, right? I put down the middle seat, so he came shooting through, jammed his freaking knee up, shot his recorder underneath my console that Mike had to dig out, right? I'm over here thinking I got slapped with moonshine, right? And that's our adventure to go get dinner.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. Like walking around soaking wet from all that rain that just.
Dude,
But what happened was just that when we were driving, it was merging onto an interstate, but it was supposed to be a complete stop sign, and you're not supposed to connect the yellow lines into the other side to the other yellow lines. And I'm sitting there, I just see cars coming zipping by, and I'm kind of like looking around, and all of a sudden I see these lines, and then I'm like, that doesn't look right. Oh no, Richie, stop sign! Oh my God, everything just that was fun.
And the funny part is like my minivan, if you know anything about cars and stuff, I have drilled and slotted rotors. They use them for cars like with a lot of horsepower. It helps for stopping. So my car doesn't even skid. It just stops. It just stops. And I hear bang, boom, boom behind me. And I look over and Andy's pretty much dead. We had to revive him 3 times. We're fine. But so anyways, yeah, so we got back, and then I invited Rich from Shadowside Paranormal up the street in. He lives like 10 minutes from there. He's a piece, and he gets there and he's got like $3 billion worth of equipment on. He's like freaking Bigfoot RoboCop, right? He's got his little fishnet mosquito scarer on his face.
All sorts of bells and whistles, man.
He's like a mosquito prostitute. You know what I mean? He's got the fishnet on. But there's a recording of us in the woods. I was trying to show him something through the trees, and I was dead serious. I didn't think anything of it. And then as soon as I turned over to finally look at him, because I had him get down on his knee and look through the trees with me, all I saw was this big hump of like netting. And I looked over and I just said, "Have you found any bees yet?" Right now, and pitch black in the middle of our investigation. I just lost. I made myself die. And I was on my hands and knees belly laughing. It felt like I did 10,000 sit-ups. But it was a blast. It was a blast. So the owner pulls up as we're getting ready to go, John, and he has Pedro. Is it Marcel? Maybe Marcel was. Yeah, nice kids, man. They work on the farm. Pedro's a class act and really good dude, man. It helps you out. Very informative. And he was going to take us out and kind of be our guide out in the woods, right? Not that we needed one. We were going anyways. But, what the hell? He's like, do you mind if these guys, the owner's asking me, do you mind if these guys come along? And I'm like, hell, let's go. Yeah, sure. Let's go, So we get out there, a little creepy in the woods. We get up to this section. Now, this place is like 300 acres. It's something crazy like that, right?
It's massive.
And it's massive. And we get out to this trailway and it runs alongside the water. Well, of course, I'm in the off trail looking for signs and stuff that I usually do. That's how I do my technique. And, so we get out there and, Eric Vogel has Max doing his whoops and he was like, whoop. I was like, dude, I listened to the replay on my recorder and I thought it was me. And Jess was like, is that Max? And I go, no, I think that one was me. And then I said, good job. And I'm like, oh my God, it was Max. He was that good. He was as good as Richie B. He's
very good. Very impressed.
Yeah. So he killed it. So, we had a couple little signs, like I said, and we come up along the trail and there's this big white birch tree bent over the trail at about like chest high. And I said, I'm going to do some knocks on this bad boy. So I get the knocker out and I do 3 big loud boom, boom, boom. We sit there for like 30 seconds and wait, say nothing, I step under the birch tree. I probably took like 3 steps. And about 50 yards, I would say, right? About 50 yards, maybe?
Yeah, about 50 yards.
Yeah, diagonally off to our right, I hear this huge tree pop, and then this tree break, and then this tree push, and I hear it slam up against the ground, and the whole group goes, what the heck? Like, everybody reacted with fear. Everybody reacted in an abrupt, scared manner. I remember my son going, Dad, and I'm looking, as a father, I'm like, how do I get my son out of here? That's how scary that was.
Yeah, that was loud, man.
We threw up the flares. We threw up whatever we could. Of course, we couldn't see nothing, right? There was no follow-up noise, not like a bear hit it and ran through the tree and then just kept running. Like any other animal without intelligence, you would just hear them roaming around the woods after. Knocked down a tree. This was a abrupt boom. No, no storm. We had storms and stuff, but there was nothing going on out there. There was no wind, nothing. It was calm, really. And hell, even the pond was like glass, which I was surprised about.
Yeah.
So we were scared shit. That absolutely startled us, and a lot of people had different reasons what they thought it might be. And I'm just, to me, it was too powerful. It was too abrupt. It was within a minute after the tree knocks, and with all the research I've done, even on primates, it's just to me, it's a sign of dominance, and something was out there. I truly believe it. I don't know. That's just where I'm at, whether I'm being dramatic or not. You know what I mean?
I would say you're being dramatic. It's a fact. I mean, look, there's like 9 or 10 of us out there.
Right.
We have the Vogel brothers, us, and but you can hear like on my video, it's just me and you just started whispering, and then all of a sudden you can just hear this loud pop, and then I can hear Tim go, "What the hell was that?" And then all of a sudden, pop, 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 and then like slam, like it was like a quick push down. To me, the sounds, it just sounds anger. It sounds like he was angry or something. It was loud.
It seems like we startled him, and it was kind of like, don't come any further. Of course, being us, we did.
Yeah, we did. We did.
We just got to keep going. There's a big scary thing over there that powerful enough. Now, let me tell you something, right? When you're out in the woods enough, and how we've knocked over trees on our own that were rotted, you know what I mean? And you know the sounds between the rotted tree and a fresh tree. And I just wish we had gone back out there the next day. It was too busy. The weather got weird. We just couldn't get back out there. It was too far out there to get there. I should have had John drive me right up to that friggin' birch tree so I could get out and look that way. But anyways, even that would have been, we were all pressed for time. But I heard a pop. Like that middle core of a tree that still has some fluids in it, that still is juicy. And it was like that pot went right through my chest. It was oh my God. It did. It went right through me, man. And Andy was there. Here's Andy out with Banter and Richie B and Wojo for the first time, and a few legends. And here he is, gets that experience. And then by the end of it, even Tim said, "Hey, you got to experience a tree push." You know what I mean? So even he kind of got on board with what he was hearing after time to process it. You know what I mean? Searching for the rational is a great way to go, and yelling Bigfoot all the time isn't really. But to me, it was too coincidental with the time that we did the tree knock to the time we heard the sound. You know what I mean? So, not something.
Well, prior to that too, Rich, remember that I've been hearing like 2 like little snaps off a distance in that direction.
Yep.
And then we heard one together where you turn around and goes, "Did you hear that?" I go, "Yeah." "What did you hear?" He goes, "I heard a branch break in that direction." I go, "That's what I've been hearing. Like just little snaps like off the distance."
Yeah, 100%.
And when the sun going down, go into that woods, folks. I mean, it's beautiful. And then once it gets dark, it's dark, pitch black. We had flares, we had some equipment, and it was just dark. And where that sound came from, 50 yards from me and Rich, it definitely went through all of us. It was just a good rush. Like, wow, what an experience! Like to be with everybody and to hear that, and that was something. And seeing like those X's, Rich.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of kind of like certain tree structures that we have down here.
Yep. There were certain things. And again, we're with people that we respect greatly, and they don't really put too much investment in the structures, but they let us do our thing.
And then we lost our guides.
Oh yeah. So here's the funniest part. About less than 10 minutes after that, and we went down a little further, I turn around and I just asses and elbows. I'm like, "Where are those guys going?" They're like, "Oh, they left." I'm like, what do you mean they left? The guides just turned around and left. Marcel and Pedro left. They were like, we're out. And then the next day I was like, why'd you leave? And he's like, oh, that was scary.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah. So tell me about it though. What, from your perspective, how do you feel about that? He goes, it just made no sense. He goes, in his broken English, he says, it just makes no sense. He says, you banged on that tree. And then all of a sudden there's a big noise like that in the woods with a tree coming down. That's what he said to me. This is a guy that's never been out looking for a big, never really anything. He's had stuff in his own country he was sharing with us. Some other different creature that's seen. He says, but that just didn't make any sense. That as soon as you did that, he goes, he goes, less than a minute later, there's a tree, that loud noise with a tree breaking coming down. And I said, so you left because you're a little nervous. He goes, yep. He had no problem in saying it.
Yeah.
That's why he left. He left because of that sound. And not only that sound, Eric Vogel thought he picked up on a tree knock across the water. I know I heard something. We did
a water splash or something.
Yep, water splash, right? He had fear in his eyes the next day telling me about it. Oh, Kelly Porter says he had fear in his eyes. So he did it. He was sharing it. He told everybody at work about it. They all knew about it. And because I had made comments to people and I was going by him. Oh, yeah, Pedro went out with it. Oh, we heard. You know what I mean? So he was genuinely frightened of what happened. And not only that, there was another incident where we all kind of stopped. I think Max did a couple of whoops. And then on that same side where we heard the noise, probably right around the same area, really. And I noticed the back of Eric Vogel's head looking away from the water into the woods because he had I snapped around. I snapped around and I walked around everybody quietly and I said, what'd you hear? He's like, I heard movement over there. And I said, yeah, that's what I heard. All right. Because I was up front and he was down back. So I had to go around everybody to get to him. We had heard the same exact thing. Right. Like there was movement in those woods. So here's my theory. Or here's my next couple of ideas, because you know how it gets with me, right? I'm gonna call John. And we're gonna go up by that sugar shack, the honey shack, the maple tree shack, or whatever, way out back. It has a fire pit and a bunch of picnic tables out there. It's way out there, right? Right on the tree line. It's out there. We're gonna go back there and camp out. And I want to do it like the end of July or something, tops, maybe even mid-July. Like get everybody together, see if the Vogels and Trainer and everybody can make it back out there. And just head way out there, man, and just sit there and do an investigation right from that spot. Because, where we were bringing them in, they have to cross through all these other things, animals, bears, whatever, But out there, it's the trees and us. There's nothing in between us. Then you're sitting by the campfire bringing people in. You know what I mean? Kelly Porter saying, we want in. Well, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. So, I have a good rapport with John. I'll reach out to him. I asked Linda to get me his phone number so I could talk to him personally, because that's one of the things I want to do. Of course, I want to go live with YouTube on it and have a whole night investigation with night vision and everything else. And we had some great night vision gear out there, too. We had the flares going. We had the 2 night vision cameras we had. We had Robo Bigfooter out there with his big wand and all his flares on his phone, him and his beautiful wife, amazing lady. She was awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she was a very nice lady.
Yeah, she was awesome, man. We all hung out and just, told jokes afterwards, laughed. We were all out there for like an hour and 20 minutes or so, but I want to go out there for like 3 or 4 hours. You know what I mean? I want to really.
Yeah, that was a big thrill.
Yeah, no, it was huge, man. And like I said, that's something Max will never forget. And I sure as hell won't ever forget. It's like I told everybody, it was like something on my bucket list that I didn't know I had on my bucket list.
I just never realized that, looking at the map of where we heard, the tree snap and what have you, that the water, Rich, just, if you go further down the path, the water still hangs around with you. It's like another water area further down. So there he is.
It could be. I think it must be Tim, right?
Yep.
Hey, Tim, is that you, bro? The Cobble Mountain Critter Project, everybody, look that up, please, on Facebook. The Vogel brothers have started something that's going to be pretty friggin' awesome. All kinds of cool ideas. We're going to have them on the show, I think, in the next month or so to share it with you. Did Eric tell you about what I want to do for Saturday, Mr. Tim? and what I've done with my show so I can do this. So now that he's here, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to jump over real quick onto a different subject. So my show Saturday night is typically 6 p.m. I reached out to Courtney at Get Haunted. I'm the only show on Saturday, so it's flexible. So my show Saturday night will be at 8 p.m. and not 6. There he goes. Look at this. I'm not putting that up yet. You're not supposed to. I got to tell the story, sir. Okay? Enough out of you. At 8 p.m. because me and my co-host Wojo are going to knock something else off our bucket list that we didn't know was on our bucket list, right? We are going to get up Saturday morning and we're going to drive out to the October Mountain area where the Vogels roam. It's their domain, their world, their area, and we're going to go on an investigation with them guys. Daytime investigation, live on YouTube. We're going to roam around wherever they suggest, do whatever they suggest, maybe throw some of our techniques in there, right? I mean, you know, we have fun with ours. It's a good mix of their techniques, our techniques, right? We're going to hang out, have some lunch, right? About 4 o'clock, I got to start heading back so I can get back here by 6:30 so we can be on the show at 8, right? With Mike Tinsley from New Hampshire Bigfoot Society. So Saturday is a huge, huge, huge day. And now I'll put it up. There you go. See you Saturday, buddy. So that's what we're gonna do. We are headed out on an expedition with the Vogel brothers live on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and put on that notify, man. Click that bell. You're gonna see all 4 of us out there, man. We are gonna go deep into the woods. We're gonna see what they see. We're gonna talk about what they talk about. We're going to enter the Vogels world, and we're going to have a hell of a time. I love you guys. These guys are awesome, man. They are friends of mine, and I got their backs for life, dude. I just bonded with them so hard, and everybody there, like I said, if it was sunny and like 500 people, we would never have had the time that we had together. It would have just been all business, work. You know, we hung out afterwards. You know, we went out with the Vogels. All right, so we had the Vogels there, Rich there, you there, me there, Rich's wife, Maddox, Pedro, Trainer, Andy, right? And then we went out. We got back to the area. I just wanted to have a fire. Now everything was soaked, and I just wanted to have a fire. And I got to tell you, Wojo did an amazing job.
How's it bring that up? Right, Tim? Right, Eric?
Screw you. Now, I am literally, I used all my paper towels I had to try to heat up this wood, right? Anything I had, I used. I was on my hands and knees, all right, in a very awkward, weird way that I got made fun of for, blowing this fire. To a point, I probably took 3 hits off my inhaler, all right? I'm dying of asthma. Wojo comes over and throws like 3 sticks and farts on it. The thing goes poof up in flames, and Eric Vogel goes, "Great job, Wojo." Kind of bullshit. Yeah, there it is. Kind of bullshit is that?
Oh, folks, you should have seen Richie's face. He just looked at them like an absolute horror. Like I did all. Like Richie's going to himself, "I did all the work," but I'm just like, "Thank you, guys. Thank you."
I'm pretty sure I popped up and said, "Fuck you."
Oh, that too.
Yeah, part of my mouth, but you know, we're on the internet. I can swear now. So anyways, we had this roaring fire anyways, and we sat out by the fire till like 1 o'clock. We were all sharing stories of the night, stories of the day, plus other stories about investigations that, you know, we've done on our own individually, and we laughed our ass off. We had a ton of fun just laughing. I was in my element, man. I just got to kind of let loose and, you know, just be my goofy self. And it was just so refreshing after a nice long week on vacation with my family, and being able to go and do that was just oh my God, dude.
Banter by the fire.
Banter by the fire. So that's the big thing for Saturday night. Wojo and I are headed out to Western Mass, somewhere near the New York border. We're going to be live on YouTube. We're going to have an investigation with the Vogel brothers. Probably be mid-morning as usual-ish. We'll give you a heads up. We'll have all our gear charged up and ready to go, man. And we are going to hit the woods with the Vogels, man. And I tell you what, if Bigfoot shows himself that day, boy, woo!
Yeah, the Vogel brothers had castings out there, if I presume, and
Oh
they,
yeah.
they've had a lot of encounters out in that neck of the woods. And this is why they are legends in my eyes. I mean, the stories that they tell me. I mean, you have like bowling ball side boulders being thrown at them,
Yep.
and I'm looking forward for all that. I'm just like really pumped. It's
I
supposed
just want
to be a nice weekend.
Yeah, and I just want to see the area. You know what I mean? Like, just get
Yeah.
out there and use our technique in a sense where we look for structures, we look for markings and movement and things like that, and it usually leads to things. You know what I mean? So, if it does, I don't know, but if it doesn't, like we always say, whatever it is, it is what it is, and we're gonna be out in a new area, and we're gonna have discussions about Sasquatch all day live on the YouTube, right? Kelly Porter says it's awesome Bigfooting out there. I've been many times, well worth the time. Good, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's good to know. Definitely looking forward to get out with you too, Kelly. That'll be unbelievable. Also, so what I want to do, the other announcement I want to have is this: Mike Tinsley's my guest Saturday night. We're gonna have some fun conversations. We're gonna discuss what went on over the weekend here. More about Charming Fair Farm, and then once that's over. Saturday's past us. My goal is I don't know right now for definite who can make it, but I'm going to try the following Saturday to get everybody together after we all had time to kind of think about it. Everybody send in their pictures of all the Charming Fair Farm. I don't care if it's 8, 9, 10 people on the screen, Crystal and Trainer and, Kelly and Mike and, anybody we can. I can have up to 10 people, like just have a whole smorgasbord of Bigfoot researchers that were there and just talk about the farm, go over pictures and really bring a nice update and bring it all together and close it out for the year. And then hopefully we all do it again next year and we'll do the same thing. It'll be a tradition, 2 weeks afterwards, we'll have a, recap of what went on, blah, 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 share pictures, talk about it, and then close it out again for that year because this was its inaugural season, right? This is the inaugural year for this. It's something that they want to continue to do. They know they have the right presenters. I spoke with John personally. He wants everybody to come back that was already there. A good group of people that get along, he says. And we should try to build this up because our goal is to put New England on the map. Our goal is to get New England more respect for the hard work and researchers that we have in the area, the intelligent techniques and researchers we have in the area, and really, really put us on the map, man. Let's push it. And these are the types of things that can help us. The Cryptid Show in Rainham coming up in September 14th. I want to get, is it Jessica? Yeah. Cardozi or something like that. She's the one putting it together. I want her on the show before that happens. I want to discuss that event going on. And then November 3rd, you have the event with Warner Paranormal, which is a lot of paranormal stuff and oddities and things, but there's a Bigfoot section in there. And I'm the guest presenter for that, along with Wojo. Phil with 2 L's is my Bridgewater Triangle expert that I'm bringing. And we got a 90-minute block, and we're going to blow that shit right out of the water, man. You guys got to make the trek and come down, man, because we are going to blow shit up. You know what I mean? And to have all the Bigfoot researchers in there, doing their thing and, in the hall talking about it or hanging out with me and Wojo or supporting us. By then, we're going to have our shirts, man. So this is the idea for the new group. I want to go with the purple face Bigfoot that I have with all the hair. And, I'm going to take his headphones off because it's not associated with the podcast. So that'll be the sign that it isn't. And we're going to give him a full body, right? So you're going to look crazy. And then we're going to put some damn neoprene boots on that bitch. And that's going to be our logo.
Richie, are you going to put like one of those bee hats on him too?
Right? Right? I should. See if we catch any bees. You know what I mean?
With about 10 different lights on the head. Another thing too is I thought it was big during the farm. There's a lot of young kids. A lot of young kids were up there. They were really interested on Bigfoot and what's going on. And lot of questions, and we met this one kid, Silas, and he's 9 years old, and he's been like,
Oh yes.
he's been so big into Bigfoot for 4 years, and I was like really impressed on some of the that these kids were asking like legit questions, and you know, it's like these kids are like little men and women, you know, like hey, they want to know what's going on, and it is happening in New England in our back doors, and you know, I think it's great that people like to learn and know what's going on.
Absolutely. Look at this. Eric Vogel's here, by the way.
Oh, Eric.
I know I saw him. We were just talking to him. Can't wait to bring you out. It'll be a good 100% a good time, man. Yeah, we're gonna have
Hey, Eric, you want me to make a fire for you?
Yeah. Yeah. You want me to blow on the fire and you give him credit for you?
I should have moved like Richie's legs back and forth. Do
Right.
some more hot air.
Yeah, was that on Bugs Bunny or some shit? Yeah. No, it'll so yeah, so we got a lot going on, man, and we're not stopping, you know what I mean? We're gonna keep climbing. But yeah, that'll be the shirt, that'll be the logo for our group, you know what I mean? We'll have Woj come over, we'll design it through AI like we did, and have you have some input on it. And then we'll make sure everybody gets their shirts. Everybody that's part of the team gets their shirts. And then we talk about how we want to do things going forward, like monthly meetings, expeditions, maybe some of these, we roll in like a bike gang to some of these cryptid shows and stuff like that. And just be like, boots on the ground, Bigfoot investigations in the house. Give me a chair, bitch. Something like that. You know what I mean? Whatever, just have fun. You know what I'm saying? We got Andy over in Connecticut. We can go to his area. There's plenty of awesome places in Connecticut, northeast Connecticut, northwest Connecticut. Those areas are crazy. Mike Trainer down in Rhode Island area. We can go down to his area. Weedamawoo is the forest down there or something he talks about. Go check that out. I've been dying to do that. We can all go out to October Mountain for expeditions. If we ever hear from the Burks, we can go to their area. I don't know whatever happened to them. We love you. We don't know where you are. We hope Bigfoot didn't get you. Okay. It's been a long time since we've been with them. I don't know what's going on, but I always like to include them until they tell me to go myself. That's what I'll continue to do. You got Dave McCullough up in the, northeastern Massachusetts area that we could, along with Steve now from Lovely Essence. Check out Lovely Essence. Wojo was telling you about that kick-ass veteran program. They sell candles. Some of the proceeds go towards a clear path for veterans. I think specifically they help with the dog training and stuff like that. That's where their money goes. So absolute kick-ass human being, man. And his wife's a goddamn hero. So make sure you support them at Lovely Essence. I think it was .com. Go over there and check it out, please. Candles, creams, lotions, whatever, all that stuff. He also was on our podcast Sunday morning one, right? Yeah, Sunday morning, and came over and shared exactly what they do. So make sure you watch that, even just for him. He'll give you some good ideas of what they're all about. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it, man. We got so much fun, and we got our own goddamn investigations. These guys can come down here and hang out with us in our locations that we go to.
Oh yeah, we loads and loads and loads of stuff going on.
Yeah,
things are active. That's how.
I don't want to just do weekends either. I mean, we're close. Maybe after we hang with the Vogels on Saturday, we go back out like whatever night you don't have cards.
Monday, Tuesday.
Is the nights you have cards?
Wednesday's cards. Thursday golf.
Just retire, dude. Is that what you said?
Hey, listen, this is the stuff I've been missing out for so many years now that.
I'm at my softball game last night, and I'm like, he goes to message me and call me or something. I said, I'm at softball. He's like, retire. He just yells, retire in my phone. Yeah, no. If I had retired, man, you should see what I did in the sixth inning there, bro. Okay. Yeah, look at Henry. Priorities.
Hey, Henry.
We got to meet Henry, by the way.
Yes, Henry. Thank you.
Amazing dude. Really good to meet you, sir. Thank you for the support, and thank you for coming over, and thank you for hanging with us a little bit.
And
saying
that
hello.
battery pack too, brother.
Yeah, and the battery pack. He gave me a battery pack. He told me I needed one in the woods, and he was a man of his word, and he brought that damn battery pack.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Damn right he did. You know what I mean? So, yeah, thank you, Henry. Really good to meet you, sir. It was awesome, man. I hope you had a great time at that event. That event was a lot of fun. It's got a lot of promise. A lot of people were talking Bigfoot with what they, we don't consider ourselves experts, of course. None of us do. Not even Petikoff. It's Dave. When people come up and they have property and there's something going on and they turn to somebody, they feel like they're getting good expert advice. And you know what? I found myself giving advice and people that I think that are basic things that they were like, oh yeah, I should try that. That makes sense. And I'm like, oh, did I just give someone advice on how to possibly identify Bigfoot? It was very, very, very surreal. You know what I mean? Very surreal. Are you moving your phone?
A little bit.
What? That was weird. What are you doing? You think nobody saw that? You think it's very weird? It's weird because that's the same motion you make when you reach down to pet your dog underneath the.
Yeah, no. I had to shut the door. She was looking like she knew that she's gonna be on the podcast. So I'm like, no, I'll save my arm strength.
Well,
A lot of petting folks.
The smell of peanut butter drives her crazy. You took all the Skippy and shut the door. That's right.
Yeah. Today's special is Cheese Whiz.
Yeah.
But a big shout out to Mike Trainer for his Etsy Snappy Turtle stickers. He gave me a couple of Chevy Cheevers helmets. Who some of you don't know that Jerry Cheevers was a goalie for the Boston Bruins many years ago. And he had the infamous mask with the stitches on it. Well, I just put it on my truck, and dude, it stands out like awesome.
Did you put it on your truck?
Yes, I did.
That's badass.
And it's badass. I'm telling you.
Isn't that mask based on Sawchuck? There was the dude that had no mask and his face is just
Faces
the
all
rest of his life, and that's why Chivas made that mask or something like that. It was pretty crazy, dude.
It's like all stitches, and it's pretty wild. And I'll tell you, kudos to Mike to do somewhat, do the stickers. And what's that?
He's kick ass, dude.
He's great.
One thing I forgot to get, I looked right at it. He had that blacked out Bigfoot with the American flag. It almost, you know what I mean? It almost looks like the police flags with the black and the blue in it, but it was just the black setup, and it had a Bigfoot. And I'm like, oh my god, I got to get one of those. And then I didn't get one of them. I'm like so bummed out, dude.
Yeah, I think it's too sad and happy at the same time that he was leaving. He was all fine. I never seen him so fired up when we're taking pictures, and he probably just forgot about it.
No, it was my fault. I should have grabbed him, man. And you're right, Henry. You got some of his stickers too. Listen, guys. Honestly, Mike Trainer has many, many talents. He's a very smart, intelligent dude. He's a lot of fun. He's open-minded. You know what? Let's talk a little bit about Mike Trainer. Really, when we were getting that picture, and he was in the John, right? Taking his pre-drive pee. And we're all doing a picture. Mike looked like an absolute child running as fast as he could into the crowd. I've literally had to catch him.
Yeah.
To stop him. I've never seen Mike like that. Mike is basically, even when he's mad, he's kind of still the same level. You know what I mean? Like, this is Mike. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And that's why, and to see him so excited like that, so happy, so real, so fresh, it was so good for him to do, because he's literally been in his chamber basically making stickers for the last 2 months. We haven't been able to get him out in the woods with us. He's been in there. He made like 1,000 stickers, and for all these events he has coming up. Let's talk about Whitehall. Do you want to go to Whitehall, New York for that event in September?
Why not?
September 28th. It's huge.
Yeah, tell me more about that, Rich, because I've heard the Petikoff and the Vogels. I've heard about it, but I didn't know what the significance of Whitehall.
Well, there was a big Whitehall sighting back in the day, and it became mainstream. And I don't know the exact details off the top of my head right now, but even though I've read it, I don't know how many times, and I've watched it. Well, I've more so watched things than read them. But so it was a big event. So the town, obviously, like, you know, if you did with like the Loch Ness, you know, you go somewhere and they marketed it, you know, but
Yeah.
it was a real event that happened, and they've capitalized on it in that sense where everybody congregates there every year, and it's one of the biggest Bigfoot festivals there is. And I've never been. I've heard about it. I've watched a lot of it on TV shows, documentaries, and stuff like that. And all the big, heavy hitters go out there from all the Alex Petikoff guys. You know what I mean? So Steve Culls, and you'll have probably Bobo will be out there. You know, and I like Bobo, James Fay. I like him. I when I first got into this, I was so excited because he liked one of my pieces of evidence that I posted in one of the meetings he was in. One of the pages he was in, sorry. And then didn't that again, I still don't know if this was accurate. Swanee says that he was listening to their podcast, right? Bobo James Fay's podcast. I'm jumping around a little bit.
Yep.
And he said they were talking about us, Banter and Richie B, on that podcast.
Yeah. He did mention that, and I had to do a double take, and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty cool."
I did a double take. I'm like, wait, what? Talking little old me? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, that's where I heard your name. And I was talking to McCullough because I knew McCullough knew you, and here I am, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? It was freaking bizarre. So making some waves, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? When you, I don't know, put boots to the ground, go out, get that evidence, get out in the woods, you know, and share with everybody of what you're seeing, and this is what you're going to get, you know.
Yeah, it just, you know, I don't know. I think I'm gifted in a sense, as far as I've been gifted. Not I'm gifted, but I've been gifted this opportunity in my life, and you know, I've made a lot of it happen. Don't get me wrong, but to be able to climb in 6 months, like we, you know, I have, and now we have, it's truly a gift, and I'm truly honored by it. And like I said, a lot of it that pushed me was my son, obviously, you know, baby Jack. He was with us. I brought his dragonfly and hung it out at the tent with us, so he was there. And I think a lot of that passion obviously came from him, like I've shared many times on my podcast, and to have him kind of watching over me and stuff like that, pushing me, man, it just makes it so natural. You know what I mean? Like nothing's forced. Nothing's like the motives are correct. You know what I mean? You know, I know why I'm here. I understand that passion is driving me, you know, not greed or monetization or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. There was plenty of conversations this weekend about being able to do this stuff full time. And the only way you do that is to do this stuff full time. Right.
Right.
So, you know, that part of it I didn't want to get, but it is a nasty reality, unfortunately.
But it's also too, Rich, the connection to others. I mean, you know, you look back at the start, the beginning of your podcasting and things like that, and now look at you, look where you are now with the Alex Petikoffs, the Dave McCulloughs, you know. I mean, you get Bobo, like, you know, checking you off on, like, you know, on your some of your research pictures and things like that. I mean, and not only that, you know how to bring it, and bringing it as of like showing your passion, you know, and the researching and everything else, everything that falls into it, and that's a huge thing. That, you know, that's part of the field work you get that we're doing, and anything to, you know, just get out there, find certain areas, do the investigations, not shit on anybody. I think that what we do is that we're very loose, and you know, we know how to have a good laugh or two, but also we know how to, like, get out there and just, you know, and do the research and have these discussions, and that's why the podcast, you know, we'll just keep going and keep climbing, baby. That's all. Keep climbing.
No, that's what we're doing, you know, and I appreciate all that. It's it's awesome to hear, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I'm just super stoked, and it feels like everything has like been like the beginning, like, you know, this is the first big event that we did. You know, so many conversations were had. I mean, so many people were approaching us, and it was cool because I had like the vision I had of putting up my TV and looping my, my evidence and stuff like that, shit that, that we have found in the woods and stuff that I had even before that I was sharing and showing. And it was just playing, and people were just walking up and just kind of eating it up, going, "Hey, what's this?" And, I was sharing with them what happened to me and different stories. And I got to get on the microphone and share, like, I was very brief about my story of that one big event that stands out in my head that really got my attention about Sasquatch. So I got to share that and bring a lot of people into it with me. You know what I mean? And they were really, nobody there was like, and they weren't there just for themselves. Adults weren't there for themselves a lot of times. This was a kids event too. They had a little path set up out back where you could have like fake evidence and things like that and check things out. And so it wasn't just that. It's just we started getting into conversations with the adults, and some of them were like, huh. And then all of a sudden somebody would be like, well, this happened to me, and I didn't understand it. There's a gentleman named Drew out there, has 250-acre maple syrup farm. And he was talking about how he came out one day and his hemlocks were all kind of whacked out. And they didn't look natural to him, and he didn't know how they got like that. And he'd been by him 1,000 times. And then he goes, and now I go out there and tap the trees, and I feel like I'm being watched. So he's out there strapped in his own maple farm, making sure he's safe, Hey, what's up, Scotty Baker? Much love to you, bro. Much love. Yeah, so that was pretty impressive. You know what I mean? Listening to his story, and just a random dude walking up talking about a structure that kind of confused him. You know what I mean? So, and this lady was here. This young lady,
Yes, he is.
walk around like she owned the damn place. You see that?
Yeah, Barbara, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Everybody's hang on, please. Barbara Bertram's here. Everybody, keep it down, please. Go ahead, Barbara. Do your thing. Right? Right? It was kick ass, man. Seeing Barbara there, and it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. So it was very informational. That was the other thing I got was I made some. We got a lot of different people that subscribe to the channel now from it, and follow me on my Facebook. And one gentleman messaged me and says, "Thank you so much. That was so informative. What a great event." And that's going to be the meat and potatoes for that farm owner. When people say, man, I went to that last year and I learned a lot of stuff from them guys, and then they come and do it. You know what I mean? And
but also too, Rich, is that it's your nature of how to relate to people that that just can't discuss their stories to really anybody else, and
right, yeah, they want to hide it like I did.
Yeah,
10 years I didn't tell nobody nothing, dude. I didn't want to share nothing. I had kids at the property. I was worried about ridicule. And the very special guest on the regular Facebook, by the way, and it's Miss Sarah Jane from Get Haunted.
Hey, hi, Sarah.
She said the boys. Hello, Miss Sarah. How are you? Hang on. Hello, Miss Sarah. How are you?
Hey, Sarah. Hey.
Just a little show of respect as I grab the microphone and do the Sarah. Do the Sarah. Do the
Sarah. Sarah.
Sarah's here. Yeah, Sarah.
Sarah.
That's what happens when we don't see you for a long time. We act like complete children.
I know.
You know what I mean? Doing way better now than I'm seeing y'all. Yeah, I'm glad you stopped by. I miss you. You know what I mean? I miss them, guy. I don't get to see Rob and Sarah as much as I did when I first started doing this. You know what I mean? I'm busy now. It's kind of crazy, and it's taken way off, and I owe them a debt of gratitude for forever, man. Just by just liking my personality and bringing me on board, and it was timing wise too. They were starting a vision of theirs, and it just seems to really worked out. You know what I mean? Someone is excited to see me. Hell yeah!
I know. I used to see you talk to them once in a while, but now I got a new job, Sarah. That's why I haven't been on as much at all. I try to get on as quickly as I can, say hello, but
yeah. No, I shared my folks' problem with most everyone there. No one shrugged it off. Very impressed. Yes, it was anything that you talked about with different situations to do with this subject that you would be greeted. Me and Alex had a great conversation, and he corrected me. And I said that, talked about the trees in the Northeast, and he's like, Rich, Alaska dwarfs anything. He goes, this is the most forested area.
Yeah.
So I was corrected. And he's right. I was saying it wrong, and that could lead to a misinterpretation of what I want to do, and maybe make me look less of a researcher if I'm just speaking to somebody and I say something like that and I'm wording it wrong. I know what I meant. I just didn't say the most forested, right? Nobody was offended, but I learned something from talking to him. Wording is important, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We don't have more trees in freaking Alaska. Alaska's all trees. Look at the size of that place. You know, we are the most forested area in the country, in the Northeast. You know what I mean? And I said, well, what do you think about the most trees up in this area compared to the Pacific West Coast? He's like, it's not even close. There's way more trees out there. You know what I mean? And he's been there, so I'll give him that, right? So the word forested was the key. You know, protected lands, forests, stuff like that. Not just, you know, a grove of trees, but forested. It's a big difference. But those are the types of things I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That I learned something from somebody, because I have an open mind. My ego doesn't control my thoughts, and I'm there to learn like the next person. You know what I mean? And I'm still new at this. You know what I mean? Oh, wait, Arthur Mills is here. The podcast can start now. Hang on, guys.
Hey, Arthur.
Hang on. Podcast can start now. Arthur's here, right?
I hope so.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Hang on. Let's start the podcast. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Banter Richie B. I'm here with my co-host, Wojo.
Hey.
Sorry it took so long. We were waiting for Arthur to get here. Woo! Thank God he did. We sat here since 6 o'clock waiting for Arthur. What's up, Arthur?
Hey.
Arthur Mills, my man, sent me how many books you sent me? Are those all your books, Arthur, by the way? I've been meaning to ask you that. All signed, nice little sayings in them, and signed by Arthur the author. He sent them to me. I have them here in my house. I was so happy to get them. I was so privileged and honored to get them. And so that's super stoked. So my new podcast room's being made up, and I'm going to have Arthur Mills all under my name. Copy that. You've probably attributed to many of them, but those are the ones that are all yours. So he sent me a copy of each of his books, and I thought it was so kick-ass, man. So I get, once my podcast studio's done, I'm probably not going to have a green screen anymore, because I'm going to make this place look so badass. You're not going to want to miss it. But I do kind of like the dude behind me, though. That's the only problem I'm having. Like, maybe I'll shut it off once in a while or something, change cameras, and you can check out all my shit in my podcast room. You know what I mean? Show off my studio. Oh, Sarah says, I have missed Wojo.
Oh, wow. I feel honored.
Yeah, I got the boys. I'm feeling better now that I see you all. Someone is excited to see me. I've missed Wojo. No, I don't get. I missed you, Richie B. You're amazing. Nothing. Keep climbing. Yeah.
Well, we are a couple of handsome guys here,
Yeah, I don't see a couple. I see three of us. Just saying.
Was that your twin?
Yeah, me. Pretty close, right? Right, Mojo. I owe you books too. He calling you Mojo.
I know.
Someone
Thank
else
you, I appreciate
someone
you.
else called you Mojo. It was Adam, right? Mojo over the weekend.
Adam kept calling Mojo. And you go, no, it's the Wojo. And the poor kid's like, oh, that's right.
I corrected him. It's the Wojo with the mojo. You know what I'm saying? So listen, here's the thing with Arthur Mills now that he's here, and I was going to bring this up as well because I got so many things going. I got thumbnails to make. I got ticker streams to make. Like, I got so much shit going on. It's going to look like the freaking stock market in here. There's going to be beep, 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 going off. You know,
it's multitasking.
What is going on? Are you there?
I'm here. Are you like frozen?
No, my whole screen's black. Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, I'm frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute. Oh, there's this. Yeah, that one's frozen. Whoa. Something happened. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what's this? All right, so that's this one. Hang on. Let me see if I can get a camera back up. Oh, that's weird, man. Is it all Is it all black? The government
No,
is- the
It's
government-
just showing you frozen. That's all.
like the movie, like Let It Go.
Let it go. Let it go. Oh, let it go. Come back, Richie.
Oh, leave site. Changes may not be saved.
Hey. There you go.
Is my green screen gone?
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird, right? I don't know what happened. I called him Bobo after Bigfoot call. Oh, you did call him Bobo after Bigfoot call. Whoa.
Actually, you know what? Watching Finding Bigfoot. Actually, Bobo was my favorite. And not only that, I'm so intrigued of his Ohio howls that I try to copy him.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It says, unfortunately, your browser doesn't support the virtual background feature. Didn't I just bring something up about my background?
That was weird.
Right?
Mm.
It doesn't even make sense, bro. Yeah, I'm looking at stuff going, I've never had this happen before. Yeah, it won't let me do anything with my virtual background after I said something. I think the government is listening in on us.
Oh, but you didn't shit on it. It was that's our buddy.
We know too much. Here it is. This is what we talk about.
Mm.
All right. Well, I feel completely naked with my green screen.
Oh,
They're like, "Ha! I knew it was magic, trickery, sorcery, you bastard!" Right?
pants off and green screen.
Arthur Mills, don't you even start that.
Oh, jeez.
Don't start that.
Hey, Mojo, you want some books? This is happening. I don't know now.
I just said how I was about. Look at my live on Facebook is frozen. Is Kelly? Yeah, Kelly can see me live. Oh, there it is. Now it's back. Wait. Yeah, now I'm back. Okay, I'm there with my green screen. Yeah, and I just said how I was about to talk about Arthur Mills and what he has going on, right? And then here we go. I'm telling you, dude. Did you send me bad books, bro? I'll tell you right now, I will bring them outside and do a ritual on those bad boys. They will smell like my pee for a year. I'll dance while I'm doing it. Beep, 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 beep.
Beep.
Thank you. Anyways, Arthur has been so gracious to offer 10 copies of his books to our listeners, right? Well, perhaps, but if you could stop bringing it up for a minute, that would make me feel a lot better about things. Thanks. I'm about to fucking take a bath in garlic and Jesus. Stop it. So Arthur is all on his own, has decided to put 10 copies of his books together to our listeners, our audience, and us to hold random contests to give away his books. So I have a few ideas. I'm going to do a basic draw for one of them, right? So whoever's on the side comes Saturday night at 8 o'clock, your name will go into a drawing, and I'm just going to randomly pull it at the end of the show. All right. If I have 10 people on the side, 10 people will be in. If I have 3 people on the side, 3 people will be in. Then we're going to ramp it up a little once we get warm, once everybody knows what's happening, right? Right? Then we're going to start doing like, I don't know, maybe you get your cousin's uncle's roommate to subscribe to my YouTube and you get 2 subscribers or you get 3 subscribers, whoever wins the subscriber battle, right? Why don't I know who Arthur is? You need to look him up. Arthur Mills is an author. And he's pretty awesome. And now he has a podcast Thursday nights at 9. I believe that's the correct time, Arthur. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where he is out to find. Well, I'm not gonna get into that because I got books in my house I'm worried about. Okay. Arthur will message you privately to explain. What is the book you speak of? Well, there are many books, but this particular book is
What is this book you speak of, Rich?
www.candleface.com. Look that up, and it will tell you what's in the book. If Barbara, do you like scary? You don't. I don't imagine you were someone that might like scary.
Oh no, after talking to her, I can't picture her. That.
There it is.
Thanks, Arthur.
www.candleface.com. Arthur's going to be a guest on my show. I've been hearing rumors about too. Just letting you know. Word on the street is, you know what I mean? I don't read. I don't read either. I have too much ADD to read. But his book I opened up the other night and I read like 10 pages and I was like almost like mesmerized. I was like, so what happens for me is I like reading books. So what happens for me is because I have ADD, I have to reread a lot of things. So when I say 10 pages, you probably got through 50 compared to my 10. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, any books on tape she's in, Arthur. So I have slowly started the descent into Arthur Mills's world. And you'll understand if you go to that www.candleface.com what I mean by that, because that's truly what this particular story is about. It's actually his world, which is concerning in a sense.
Just when you said that,
It's
when you said that, I was lost. I'm like, what? What? Yeah, you know.
No, look at this. It won't even let me go into settings. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Arthur's a very interesting guy. I saw him on Rob and Sarah's podcast briefly because I didn't want to like ruin it for us. So,
yeah.
But just for that, I don't know, the 4 minutes I've watched, I was wow. So,
yeah, very impressive stuff.
Very impressive stuff, folks. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. So no, it's kick-ass stuff. So we have a lot of stuff going on. I literally have to start, like I said, making the thumbnails, getting them in so we can present them. We have a lot of pictures we got to upload and stuff like that. We have a lot of technical stuff to get involved with, and it's going to take me a little time because I'm not a tech guy. You know what I mean? I'm not my producer. I am my own producer, I guess, but I'm learning to be. You know what I mean? So I have to go through all these things, and it takes time for me. Like somebody else might take 20 minutes. It's going to take me 2 hours. I guarantee you. Again, I have the ADD. So once I start looking at something and once I hit a roadblock, I don't give up. I recess and then I come back at it like a bulldog. And that's the problem, is that it won't, until it's done, nothing else gets done. You know what I mean? Like I'm just going to be stuck in this studio doing this stuff. So we're gonna have a list of all the things that we got coming up, all the events coming up, all the cryptid shows coming up that we're gonna be part of, guest presenters at. I'm hoping to see the Get Haunted crew over at the Warner Productions in November. That'll be awesome to reunite with the family. You know what I mean? That'll be like a 1-year anniversary of me being, meeting them. Which I thought it was late October last time I got on the air in December. December 5th will be the anniversary of the show. We'll do a big anniversary, 1-year anniversary show, where maybe I have everybody kind of pop in and pop out, rather than having 20 people on the screen. Just, maybe have people in the backstage and just kind of pop them up, talk to them, let them go type of thing. I want more events like Saturday. Well, it's good. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, it was fun.
Barbara goes, I'll wait for the movie. That's funny. There is one down in Rainham in September. And there's November 3rd is the one in Rockland at Hearts of Hall, where I'm a guest presenter along with Wojo. Phil with 2 L's from Exploring with Phil. He will be my Bridgewater Triangle expert. And we will have a 90-minute block, including Q&A, to discuss all the evidence and presentation that we bring. We will all be able to good half hour just us talking, man. It's gonna be awesome. You ask questions, we answer the best we can, and I'll probably ask you a few questions. So it's gonna be an awesome 90-minute sesh. You guys got to make sure you're part of that. That'll be brought to you live. I'll have somebody on YouTube holding the camera. So if you have questions on YouTube, you could be part of that Q&A. You can watch it in the hall. It won't be like being in the hall, but you can definitely watch it while we're in the hall and ask questions if you like from there. Those are wicked. I can't. They're from here. Well, Barbara, I'm only putting it out there. You know what I mean? This is why I'm trying to get Bigfoot on the map in New England. So people like yourself, Barbara, can go 10 minutes down the street and enjoy yourself some Bigfoot. All right? I'm working on it, Bobs. I'm working on it. All right. But from now on, I'm gonna start calling you the Babs. You know what I mean?
Babs. Babs Bertram.
I think the Babs is in the house.
Babs.
How are you, Barbara? But no, listen, we're trying, man. I'm just giving you a heads up on how now you're talking. Yeah. Yeah.
She's got stories too, Rich.
Dude, I know, dude. I'm aware of her stories, and I
know
she would share them. She shares them intimately, but she needs to share them a little wider. These are important. It's important stuff. She called me a donkey. Jackass. Is that a jackass? Tell me that's not a jackass.
Hold on, Rich. It is a sheep.
I'm a sheep?
No, she is.
Oh, she's shy.
Mm.
Barbara, I didn't see any shy on Saturday. I saw you walk right into freaking tents like I'm Barbara effing Bertram.
Yeah.
And this is what I got to say. Sit down, biatch. That's what I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not buying that.
I don't think she's someone I'd mess with, you know. But I would love to hear her stories though, because of you know.
Just come on the show, Barbara. At least you could do is come on my show.
Or make a phone call. Talk through the phone. You have to show your face. How's that?
No, you can show your damn face, Barbara. I show off your rocks.
Just you can't call us collect.
Yeah, nobody calls collect anymore. How old are you? Jesus, act like you're a little bit younger than you are. You friggin' ancient bastard. So anyway, I'm gonna go play some video games with my friends because it's been a little while since I have because of the vacation and all the events. You know, we jumped around everywhere. We talked about a lot of things that went on, but we're gonna condense it all into a show in the next couple of weeks. And we're going to try to get everybody together that was there, at least most of them, have them up in the studio, and I'll have my green screen squared away by then, maybe. And we're all going to have a nice conversation about the Charmin Fair Farm event, and we are going to hopefully be able to get that back next year and make it our own. You know, that's why I was kind of glad that the owner kind of took to me in a sense and let me kind of get out there and shoot my big mouth off, because I took a lot of pressure off of him. That'll leave a good impression for all of us, and we'll have a little bit more say in it as it goes forward, because I told him that, you know, maybe next year comes, you'll consult with all the speakers that are here, the presenters that are here, because now you know them. You know what I mean? You couldn't before. You know what I mean? But I got Barbara's joke finally. It took me a few minutes. Babs. Get it? Yeah, see what she wrote? Bob's up there?
Yeah.
So she put up the sheep. She had her own funny that she made in her head, and it was enjoying the hell out of it, I'm sure. And then we weren't, and now I am. Thank you, Babs.
Yeah. She's full of life. I was very honored meeting you.
Yes, absolutely. Always good to see you, Barbara. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging. So, you know, that's the things we want to do. So you want to get our hands a little more into these things. I'm going to reach out to John about having an expedition up there with some of the legends coming back, hanging out by the Sugar Shack, going out in the woods. You know what I mean? See what kind of trouble we can get into, maybe, you know, mid to late July, and, you know, pull up the van like I did last time, climb in, go to sleep for a little bit, maybe do it again in the morning before I go home. You know, I think that would be absolutely epic. You know, maybe a 2-dayer, you know, maybe we go up on a Friday night. You know, we hit it Friday, we hit it Saturday, we go home Sunday. You know what I mean? We broadcast it live. We have a whole huge expedition event. We all got a kick-ass friggin' boots on the ground, Bigfoot investigations gear on, and start bringing it to the people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that either way, stay tuned, because we are going to be in the woods a lot coming up, like a lot. It might not always be Wojo and I. It could be me and someone else, Wojo and someone else, whatever. We're bringing it. It's coming. All right. Yeah. The other thing is what I want to talk to Wojo about, and I'll do it right here on the air. Then I got to get going. Where we need to get you access to the YouTube. So if I'm not there, you can log on to the YouTube and go into the woods without me. What do you think of that? Eh? Hello? Nothing? Did he freeze?
Oh, frozen. I'm sorry.
He's
Yeah, Rich. no, sounds like a great idea. Get help.
No, I think it would be good. What do you mean here to help? You're part of the fucking team. What do you mean here
well,
to
that's
help?
what I'm saying.
I don't need you. I don't need your fucking help. I need a teammate. I don't need help. Do I look like I need help? I don't need help. I need a teammate that's willing to think out of the box and do different things. That's why I picked you.
Well, that's why we have double the trouble, you know?
Well, then all you got to do is log into the fucking YouTube and bring it out to the woods with you and banter your ass off and find Bigfoot.
Yeah, that's
Understand?
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
While you're playing softball, I'll be out in the woods bantering with the Bigfoot.
What are you talking about? You play golf and cards 3 nights a week, you jackass.
Ah, shit, I do.
I think we need a lawyer.
Maybe I can gamble out in the woods.
Yeah, I don't love you anymore. I think we need a divorce.
It's funny, though, that we did find a golf ball out in the woods
We did find
on an
golf ball.
investigation.
I have found plenty of golf balls in the middle of nowhere. I found it with Mike Trainer, Matt Moniz, and yourself.
Yeah, that's funny.
Absolutely, completely nuts. I don't even in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So obviously, Bigfoot likes golf balls.
He knows how to hit the fairways.
Yep. I'm just saying. But anyways, so I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna go do some stuff tonight. I appreciate you guys hanging with me, dealing with my studio mess I got going on around here.
Yeah, we'll work out the kinks.
My studio was great. It was the technology just wonky on me after we, brought up you know who. You see that? You see my light?
Did it have a flicker or something?
Yeah, it flickered. All right, Arthur. I'm sorry. Where's Arthur? I got to kick him out. I never got the backstory in the place. Was there a Squatch report near there? No, there was not. There's interest from the owners and the people that work there about Sasquatch, and that's why they put that event on. But we did do an investigation that night, Barbara, and you're going to have to go back and watch this podcast right here to find out what happened. You're going to want to do that because he's there. I'm just going to say that. All right. So anyway, Saturday, 8 p.m. this week. 8 p.m. My guest is Mike Tinsley, New Hampshire Bigfoot Society. And Kelly Porter's is, where'd Kelly go? I don't know if, all right, never mind. 8 o'clock Saturday night, be here. But during the day, me and Wojo are headed out to October Mountain to meet our boys, hang out with our boys, the Vogels. And we're going to go into their neck of the woods. We're going to broadcast live on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notify button so when we're going in to investigate with the Vogels. You don't want to miss this episode. It's going to be absolutely kick-ass. I don't care, man. I don't care what happens. I get to be out there with the Vogels. So either way, we win, right? Done deal.
Exactly. Looking forward to it.
Did it again.
Yeah, dude.
I'm out, man. I got to go find Jesus. What's this? Can you enlarge that and see what that is? Is that ink?
That's a candle. It's a lit candle.
All right. I got to go pray for a little bit.
Gotta love this audience, Rich. Gotta love the audience.
They're freaking nuts. I love them all. I love you all, man. I love you all. So listen, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, all banter with Richie B. Like and subscribe to YouTube and follow. Keep climbing, baby, because that's what we're doing. Get on board now or you're gonna miss out.
Oh, and you know what? And also, any stories you got, you can email to you too.
Yeah, why not, man? You guys got an area you want investigated, right? Call Boots on the Ground, baby. Get a hold of us. We'll come out and investigate. You have an incident happen in your area? Absolutely. We'll have somebody somewhere. We got them out west. We got them up north. We got them down south, right? That's the whole idea of this. So we could just call somebody and have them come right out, right? Big Andy, we love you, bro. Thank you for all your help this week.
Thank you.
And I'm glad to officially make you part of the Boots on the Ground crew, my brother. 100%. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, everybody. We're going to have some big shows coming up. Make sure you stick with us. Make sure you hit that notify button so you can catch us in the woods, right? Anything from you, Wojo?
Just buy the merch, Rich. That's all I care. Buy the merch.
There it is, right down bottom.
And keep squatching.
BanterWithRichieB.com. Keep climbing. Buy the merch.
Boom!